Where did all the hope go? Our problems keep piling up. It must be somewhere below. I came here for this. The human race. As the years go by, I begin to think I found the wrong place. I go outside and take a breath. Another prophet, another death. The bright side is left. Foundation is weakening, on the verge of collapse. The top is solid gold, the bottom all cracks. Exploitation is the game. You are forced to play. The losers are to blame. The winners never pay, but the winners always cheat, so who did they really beat? Not allowed to try, but forced to compete. We look at what each other has already and say it's impossible. The cost astronomical. Billionaires tell us there's not enough to go around, can't seem to find what's already been found. We're left to come to each other's aid. Donate to try to make the save. Go fund our worst days, but we shouldn't have to do it. George Bailey was bailed out by his friends in the end, but Mr. Potter still kept the 8,000. That sounds like today. Hope for kindness, but reality is ruthless. The rich get richer while we help each other through emergencies. We're the ones who respond to the urgencies. Other countries have long had things we've never had, but we never get mad. No one gets upset when the real looting occurs. Greed is better, but poverty is worse. The illusion of choice, special clubs, no voice, pretending we share it with the good old boys. Aren't you tired of waiting for things to get better? The richest may be the sickest, but they aren't super spreaders. The planet is warming, but the world grows colder. Woke up too late, don't dream, it's over. When a world health emergency can't put a dent in the way things are, I can't help but wonder what will. We pay into a system that gives back little in return, then made to feel guilty or lucky for what we get. What we get should be what we deserve. When will we get it right? Why can't forever start tonight? When can we learn to love the things we like the things we love, instead of pouring our lives into things we're tired of? There's no justice in filling someone else's pocket to get a tiny piece. No justice, no real peace. A sliver of pie for a lion's share of the work. Respond with a little less than our best, and we have a bad attitude. We should share the gains to some extent, not have to beg for the rent, beg for food. Other governments with far less resources are making their workers close to whole, asking them to stay at home. Ours points fingers and gives excuses, tell us they understand, and then act useless. I'm so sick of nice tweets after the inevitable defeat, the echo chamber and hand claps before we get scraps. I want to live in a world where lying isn't normal. It's not disinformation. It's blatant attempts to deceive because they know what people will believe and what they'll be too busy to fact check. Groundhog Day is in full effect, and they've made it easier to live the same sad way than change the subject. Wasting all those tears and years, overcoming the same fears, wisdom treated like fools. We elect the same people to save us from an institution that is especially cruel. Most do very little, enrich themselves or their favorite people. Might have started off with good intentions before the root of all evil. Turns out Democrat really means bare minimum and Republican means hypocrite. Spend freely on war and tax breaks for the rich, then scream about a deficit. While they're singing pro-life, all life's blue lives, it's only about their own. Hatred is in season, so is the absence of reason, replaced by white-hot emotion and manufactured commotion, everyone stirring the pot. But anyone who's ever had a home-cooked meal can tell you, the secret ingredient is not hate. Are we too late? Where did empathy go? There's a world outside your window. Not only do people refuse to walk in your shoes, they dismiss your journey and accuse you of lying about who you are. The privilege of the few who embrace deja vu, ignore the urgency of now, it's apocalypse soon. When we blow off each other, it's worse than a government shutdown. It's a personal one that we brought, where the mind and heart are closed. You're always working from home and you never take the mask off. You never go outside your comfort zone when the world feels overcrowded and alone. If you get out there and stay on the straight and narrow, you're bound to bump into a few others on their path. Maybe learn why they picked the one they've chosen. Learn what you have in common instead of focusing on what you're opposing. 2020 was a year of death, a year of lies. I can only hope it's also the year we realized that selfishness and deceit aren't going to provide the answers to a shared situation. The future is of our own creation, as long as we have the courage to try. The only thing left to do is kiss 2020 goodbye.